Yes, they did. And they took another contract in return.
248-539-9797. I'm happy Miggy has spent most of his career in Detroit. It's been a pleasure watching. However, if he'd rather play out the end of his career in Miami, then I have no problem helping him do that. Start the negotiations. It's from Tom in a car.
I don't disagree with that at all.
I like the way you worded that, too, because it's not vindictive. You're not mad at him. However, I mean, we talked about this a while ago, Gator, about which contract bothered us more, basically, Zimmerman's or Cabrera's. And if you could void one, which would you void? I would void Miggy's. I would void Miggy's, not because he's the better and more productive player when healthy than Zimmerman, but this is a rebuild, man. And even though Cleveland has kept them around, neither you nor I endorse changing course and not selling if you could. And if you can, even if Cleveland is going to keep underachieving, you still have to stay the course with the rebuild and sell if you get the opportunity. Now, if Miggy wants to be moved, kind of like, well, go ahead. If you can.
Well, sure. If he wants to, then try to facilitate, get him out of here. I don't want an unhappy player on the team. Definitely don't want that situation because that's going to be bad. That's going to be bad to the core.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
I have a theory. I think Miggy wants out of Detroit. He has shown his frustrations through the media. What better way for a person to get out of a deal and save public backlash than to have someone else leak out how he feels? He doesn't have to deny anything, but then management knows he's unhappy at the same time. I'll bet he had the TV plant this. I bet he had TV plant that seed so he doesn't have to look like an ass to his teammates and fans. That's from Barry. Again, the conspiracy theories, they're coming out. I mean, this is a conspiracy theory.
And this is, as we said, this might be a story that he's not even can answer to because he may not be with the team in Seattle. I can't imagine he would be with the team in Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, he might have traveled if they think he's going to play this series, but if they're not sure, he might meet him in Minnesota.
By the sound of what he had to say the other day and what the reports are, he's nowhere near ready to play.
Hey, guys, why doesn't Miggy actually try and get in baseball shape before the season starts? Fans are sick of all his constant injuries. That's from Jim.
He looked like he was in pretty good shape at spring training.
The problem is he's a bigger guy, and it doesn't matter that if he's in baseball shape. People think, oh, he's a bigger guy, he's overweight, he's out of shape.
Right, so you can look at Candelario, and his wrists are bad, but is it because he's in bad shape, or is it just, hey, it's injuries, things happen?
I don't...
I mean, healthy guys,
he's a big guy because he's so big and strong. He hits the ball a long way.
You just say he hits the ball a long way?
I did.
Like, nice.
I kind of went on Neanderthal on it, but you get the point. Wasn't the guy said about Miggy using the term over the years? Over the years, the Tigers have been a good ball club. Or would you believe Miggy wanted to leave a good club to play in Miami? Over what years? That's from Tommy in a truck.
There's no way.
And plus, he was happy here, right? Is there any doubt he was happy here?
I think he was very happy playing with Jim Leland and playing for Jim Leland and the crew. Now, did things change when Ausmus took over? And the team started to
they started to lose some of his guys. You know, Carlos Guillen was a very popular Tiger. Yeah. You know, JD Martinez is gone.
But does he look unhappy? Did he look unhappy this year with this group of guys?
No.
Did he look unhappy with Gardenhire?
No.
This is a situation where cameras and microphones are going to be put in front of his face at some point, and love to hear what he has to say about it.
248-539-9797. Well, people are reacting to it. We'll get your 2 cents here at Karsch and Anderson. I'm, like I said, I am reluctant to take this for anything more than Miggy being Miggy and joking around until we hear otherwise. Gator said he thinks this would be a horrible mistake. We will get to that today at 1:31. Did you see that the NBA tweeted out their finalists for Coach of the Year?
I did not.
NBA tweets out 3 finalists for NBA Coach of the Year: Dwayne Casey, Quinn Snyder, and Brad Stevens. The Raptors retweeted it and said, "Congrats, Coach."
That we just fired.
Their coach being Dwayne Casey, who they just fired. The actual Toronto Raptors official Twitter page tweeted out their Twitter account, "Congrats, coach," to the coach they just fired.
Well, hey, classy organization, right?
Right? Does that make him say, "Oh, I feel much better"?
Dwayne Casey should respond with the middle finger emoji.
Yes.
I mean, seriously. Congrats, coach.
Yeah,
Apparently not good enough, though.
exactly.
Along with a clip of who was Hal McRae destroying the his office when he was at the Kansas City Royals. He was a manager. The epic meltdown he had, throwing phones around and all that. Do that too.
97.1 The Ticket.